Welcome back to Project Untamed. On this episode, we continue removing parts from the bike. We have also recruited the help of an expert mechanic to guide us as we go.
916s. Yes, this has got rust in it.
This is our good friend Neil. He's come through to help us disassemble the bike and show us how to remove the engine. He's got many years experience with this, and Dean and I are learning a lot from him. As you can see, taking us a while to get this rear fender off. This is because, like most of the parts on the bike, all the nuts and bolts and everything are different. So we are searching for tools and takes a little bit longer than expected. But in the end, we come right and we start getting everything off. The bolts on this bike were rusted, seized and or stripped. So it took a lot longer to do anything. To give you an idea, here's an example. We have to be very gentle here.
Okay, yeah. Go boy.
I'm going.
That one's there for a while.
Try this side.
As we worked late into the night, Neil would continue to give us tips and advice, which would be followed by riveting conversation.
Disconnected that side.
Yeah, disconnected, you can pull it through. Where does it go?
All the way down.
Yeah, and then it goes to the middle of the engine here. So you leave it there. We loosen that screw.
Yeah, it's almost off.
You know what? A good idea. Just grab it with the pliers and pull it. Because it's a straight pull. You understand what I mean?
And rag if you guys need.
I want to have a cigarette.
You know what?
Okay.
You know what I want to do with this bike? I want to make it old school rat rod. Rat bike. That's how this looks right now.
Unfortunately, with all the excitement of pulling the engine out, we never actually recorded it in real time. So we'll just have to see it like this. Okay, so here we are. Engine is out. The bike is almost down to the frame. A few pieces left that need to be taken off. So we'll get to that in a moment. Our plan now, get the bike stripped down a bit more, Then we want to take it outside and clean it. All the oil and the dirt and grease from all the years have built up all over the frame. Once we get this outside, we'll clean it all off, remove the front forks and the back swing arm, and we'll have just a clean frame. Then we can inspect it for any cracks or damage. So now I'm just taking off the few pieces that we don't want to get wet. Then I'll take the bike outside and we'll pressure wash it. And here we are, ready to clean it. So, I'll clean with the gearbox in because it's covered in grease and grime as well. So I'll keep that on. Okay, everything's off the frame. As you can see, everything's covered in grease and oil. I'll take that plate off as well. Once we're done, that's it. The bike's basically apart at this point. We left the gearbox for last. We had 2 strip bolts that we were not able to get off until we could turn the frame upside down. We pulled off the rear swing arm and we stripped the gearbox out of it, and all we're left with is a frame. Okay, so the plan now is to disassemble this rear wheel, take the brake disc off. As you can see, the disc is worn out, broken. It's got different bolts and rivets holding the disc in place. There we have it. as you can see here, Allen head bolt, normal bolt. Now that everything's off the frame, we need to start repairing all the damage. What we found is the bracket that holds the gearbox on was broken, so I'll make a new piece that will get welded in, and once it's powder coated, you'll never know it had been repaired. Next is the bracket for the front right foot control. This had broken, so we'll have to repair it. So the plan for this, to repair this side, is I've made a plate with the exact holes from the opposite side. This will give me my measurement over here. I'm going to make a piece that'll fit on over here, that'll get welded on, and this bolt will hold it in place. So the next step now is we make that other piece. Next, one of the brackets that hold on the oil tank had snapped off. We still had the piece, so we prepped it here to get welded back on. And finally, one of the bolts that holds on the regulator had snapped off, so we'll be drilling this out and replacing it with a new bolt. So, I'm going to repair the broken bolt, cut out the old one, made a new bolt. Now screws in like that. The next day, we went through to Bramley Fitment Centre for some CO2 welding. Here we are, back from the welder. Still needs some cleaning up. We've got a new bolt welded on here. Welded up the piece for the foot peg, footrest. Welded up the broken bracket. Also bent this piece straight so we could fit a rubber washer in here, or grommet. I will be ordering the correct one that matches that side. All 4 that go around the tank will get replaced with new ones. And then down here, repaired the bracket for the gearbox. Now it's just time to clean everything up, pull out the tank, and we'll be ready for powder coating. These are all the parts that are going for sandblasting and then powder coating. All the brackets for the forward controls, the front fender, brackets for the tanks, rear foot pegs, top of the engine mount, oil tank. All of this will be powder coated gloss black, same as the frame. And with that, we've come to the end of another episode. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Your support is greatly appreciated. A special thank you to Michael from ShadeFix. His generous donation after the last episode has helped us build so much already. If you or anyone you know would like to help out or support the channel in any way, please leave a message below or reach out to us. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell below. It really helps out the channel. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you on the next episode.